All right, season 9 patch notes. All the champions, new rank reset, map changes. Let's get into it, and let me know in the comments if you think Overwatch will be saved. Yeah. Will Overwatch 2 be saved from all these patch changes? Because it is a lot. This is like 2 pages, maybe more, of stuff that's going on. So let's go ahead and see here. So welcome season 9 champions. Nice. Season 9 brings core gameplay updates, reworked competitive game mode, and a new co-op event that will test the courage of even the bravest heroes as they face a dangerous threat of cosmic proportions. Can't really say I play the PvE much because there's not very much replayability. But I will definitely give it a try. I do appreciate, them making the PvE events. And hopefully, they've continually just, work on making the AIs a little bit better so it's more fun. But yeah. Let's go see what it is. Okay, so the new events face off against eldritch abominations in a twisted reality of a cosmic crisis. Trying to call a mission, work with 3 other players, prepare the ship and escape. All right. Yeah. PvE is all right, but competitive, this is what we're really after. Let's be real. So let's go see what it is. Skill rank resets. Given the significant changes to our heroes and additions of a new skill tier, the reset is designed to give all players a chance to climb higher than ever before. All roles in role queue, open queuing in the competitive play have been reset to unranked. All right. Honestly, I like this because they didn't do this at the beginning of Overwatch 2, which I think they should have, because the whole game was changed, right? So everyone that was in Overwatch 1, even especially tanks, tanks got the biggest hit because people that were just a main tank player had to learn how to play off tanks. Just the off tank player had to learn the main tank role and be the single tank for the team. And they never changed. They never did a reset for it. So it was kind of bananas. So I think this is good for the game that they're finally, doing a rank reset. So let's see. Placements have been, but I don't think they're doing a complete reset. It's just you're doing place in matches. So I'm not sure if you can place in GM again or what's the highest you can place. Maybe Masters. I remember before it was Masters 1, the highest you could place for new accounts. So maybe it's just, you can place Masters 1 and then climb up again, suppose. But all right, placements have been rebuilt from the ground up. Your predicted rank will be displayed after each place in match. Yeah, this new system they're adding, I think, is really good for the game, where you can see after every match, why you moved up, how much you moved up, how much you moved down. So it's, people can't really be like, whoa, why did I derank on 5 wins and 2 losses, right? Now you can see why. You must complete 10 matches in a role to receive your skill rank for that role. Okay, winning your placements will have a significant impact on your final rank. So we must win every single one. Got it. So competitive updates. So that's been reworked. Instead of requiring 5 wins or 15 losses to get a competitive update, updates now happen after every match. So after every match, you'll give information on where you're going. Okay, nice. Will it show that stuff before the match or after? After. So it won't show you hey man, you guys are destined to lose, so you better win, or you guys are picked to win, so if you lose, your SR is going in the shitter. So it's only after the game that it'll give you your information. Yeah. So after it will let you know. So okay, skill modifiers now appear on the competitive progress page after each match. Skill modifiers provide information on how much a rank will gain or lose after a match, including win or loss streaks. Okay, yeah. There you go. So it's all after. Okay, so skill, new skill tier champion. All right, so they're adding a new rank, just like the Valorant they did. This will be interesting. New rank has been added above Grandmaster called Champion. That's more exclusive than any other rank. Only an exceedingly small percentage of players will ever occupy this echelon of competitive play. I'm getting there day one. Okay, day one. Be here. Be here. It's happening. Day one champion. Yeah, so I'm guessing this is just they added new rank. I think are they opening it up? I guess we'll scroll farther in. But they said they're letting you queue with friends now, right? As well, more often. So they just like add a rank so then the GMs can play with each other. And then now it's just like now you have champion. I guess that would probably be duos only. I would hope. But okay, let's keep going and see what else. But yeah, I do like the champion rank. Just adds, you know, another tier for people to try and grind for. I feel like everybody's just gonna get bumped up one rank. That's kind of what happened in Valorant. People that were like silver, you know, went to like either like, you know, gold, diamond. People that were, you know, diamond went to ascendant, right? It's just everyone got moved up one rank. So we'll have to see what happens here. But I mean, everyone that's GM, I'm pretty sure is just going to get moved up into champion. Everyone that's like masters is going to go to grandmaster, right? Because it's just that strong of like they're going to need to fill those roles. There was a dev post of a dev saying that grouping with friends in higher ranks is not going to be implemented this season. Okay. Got it. So they're just using this season as probably like a test to see how it goes. Oh yeah, but you can yeah, you probably can 5-stack till you hit what, GM? Yeah. I still want 5-stack, but I'll like duo probably. Or I'll do it solo. Solo or duo is probably what I'll end up doing. Okay, versus screen. The range of ranks for players in a match of competitive play now disabled. Wait, oh, now displayed on the same screen where both teams are shown. Their name cards, player icons, and titles. I thought it already did this. I thought it already did like, hey man, this match is Diamond 1. This match is GM1, GM3. Didn't it always show this? Or is this like being like, hey, your team has a Masters 5 to GM1 players? Not just like the average score. I guess this range. I mean, I don't really like this. I'd rather just it being show the average rank, not the range, because then people are going to get tilted, being like, bro, why am I champion 1 with a GM 5, right? That's going to be like the same, like, it's going to be the huge skill discrepancy. But I guess you won't know which player is that low. But yeah, I would say this maybe not be good. I'd rather just them just do the average rank of the lobby. But okay. New grouping requirements. Bronze through diamond players may group with other players within 2 skill tiers of their own skill rank. So skill tiers, is that like bronze, silver, gold? Like, is that count as tier? Or is it bronze 5 can only play with like bronze like 3 up to bronze 3? Is that what counts as skill tier? Master players may group with other players within 1 skill tier of their own skill rank. Grandmasters may group with players between 3 skill divisions. Okay, never mind. So let's just answer the question. 3 skill divisions of their own. Okay, so the division is like inside the rank. So there's 1 through 5 in skill divisions. And then this is just whole ranks. Okay. Got it, man. Champion players may group with only 1 other player within 3 skill divisions of their own. Oh, so this is what it is already. So champion just copied what Grandmaster is currently. Because you could only play within that amount currently. Champion is new GM. Yeah, I mean, GM is keeping the same as well. So they just added another rank above Grandmaster, but it's still the same requirements. Oh, with one other player. Oh, wait, never mind. Grandmaster, you can stack with other players. Oh, okay. And then, yeah, so Champion is new yeah. Champion is the new GM. Yeah. Because this you only can group with one, but with Grandmaster, now you can group with 5 if you wanted, as long as everyone's the same. Okay. All right, man. All right. Imagine having friends to be able to play with, dude. Imagine having friends. Let's see. Arts and UI updates. Please let them show our rank on the bottom portrait, bro. Please. Skill tier and skill division art for rank icons have been redesigned and improved readability. Okay, I mean, can I get it on my portrait, please? Competitive skill tier legend has been redesigned to include and updated the new relevant information. Still no player icon. Hey, yo, devs, can we get the player icon back and make it like little lightning bolt shiny and shit? Like Overwatch 1? Sure, don't show it to the other players on the press tab screen, but at least give it to myself so I can see my number on the bottom. That's what I want and everyone else wants. There's no downside to having the icon show for yourself and not for anybody else. It's just the, you know, what everyone wants to see. Okay, competitive points. Each win now grants 10 competitive points. Each draw grants 5 competitive points. I feel like you rarely draw now because there's no 2 CP. Each loss still grants 0. Okay. We got GM for the first time. Yo, congrats, man. Keep it up. Just in time for the ranked reset. Do it all over again in 3 days, man. Do it all over. GG, man. Great job. Just in time for it to get reset. Climb back up. All right. Competitive progression. Competitive challenges that award additional competitive points at the end of each season have been replaced with a new competitive progress system. Okay. Each match grants progress towards your competitive progression meter. And after earning 30, you will receive an additional 100 competitive points. Okay, but you still need like 3,000 for one of those emerald weapons, right? Yeah. Oh, it's Jade. My bad. Okay, so Jade weapon variants have been introduced. Each Jade weapon costs 3,000, so it's the same as gold weapons. All players will start this season with a balance of 0. All existing competitive points have been converted into a new legacy currency. Garbanzo beans. They did this with the other points, and now all my hard work on Overwatch 1 is now useless. Can you 5-stack in Season 9 because of reset? You can. Because you're unranked, so technically you will be able to do that. Each gold weapon variant now costs 3,000 legacy points, so it's still the same. 3,000 points. At the end of the competitive year, any remaining balance of competitive points converts to legacy. Okay. So you just gotta, every year, you gotta make sure that you spend all your points. Unless you just want a gold weapon. I guess if you want the gold weapons, you think the gold ones look the best, then at the end of the year, you use those to get legacy points. Or, wait, hold up. Now gold weapons, right? On the new character, the gold weapons are gonna be the most primo. because nobody's going to have the legacy points unless you have like a banked up. I think I have like 35,000 of the legacy points, so I could buy the next 10 heroes without doing it. And then if nobody else has legacy points, they can't buy the gold weapons when they come out because they have to wait till the end of the year for them to get converted. So the emerald weapons are like, hey, bro, that's what everybody gets. But the gold weapons on the new characters, nobody's gonna have those. Okay. All right. Assuming they release gold guns for the new characters. I would hope so, right? You're telling me they're not going to do that? Maybe you'll have to charge $20 to do that. Okay. Are you ready for the global support buff? Yeah, we haven't gone that far. We've only gone we just started reading the patch notes. So let's see, matchmaking rating at the start of the season only. The internal matchmaking ratings for all players have been adjusted to push players closer to the normalized average, gold 3. So they're just... So if you're in bronze, they're trying to get you to gold 3. Or if you're GM1 top 500, they're trying to get you to gold 3 as well. You have a 5-stack, 100 of top 100 players ready. Yeah, you'll probably, I mean, you might have long queues because 5-stacks will probably go against other 5-stacks, not solos. So, I mean, yeah, you probably can do that. In the beginning, you'll probably play against, you know, the bronze 5-stacks that are the quick play warriors, and you'll probably get easy wins. But once you get up to like Masters GM, you're probably gonna have like fucking hour-long queues because there's not going to be those kind of stacks. If Blizzard's matchmaking is actually good, if it puts you against a bunch of solos, then it's, hey, bro, that's messed up. But at least for Valorant, if it's a 5-stack, it only puts you against 5-stacks. So if there's no 5-stacks queuing, you're just in queue for 20 years, which I think is how it should be. Because you shouldn't go against solos, but we'll have to see what happens with that. And how many people are going to be able to get Champion 1? I would assume that Champion 1 is just the new top 500. So I assume only... Or if it's Champion 1, then top 500. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, they didn't say that. I'm guessing the Champion is just new GM, so it's top 500. Like, once you get the Champion 1, then you get into top 500. And then it just takes the top 500 of the Champion 1s and puts that there. So you can be Champion 1, not top 500, if your SR is too low. Still need to buff Mercy. Oh, I have not gone that far. So I have no idea what you're talking about. No idea what you talking about, Willis. Okay. Matchmaking ratings have been decayed. The higher the rank, the more it has been decayed. Oh, okay. So, suffering from success. Thanks, Blizzard. I appreciate it. Most players will start their lower skill rank in division than their most recent rank. All right. I mean, I'm okay grinding back up. This is okay. Give me some content. Competitive challenges. Competitive challenges removed. Rewards and progress for competitive play are now displayed on the competitive progress page, and titles are rewarded at the end of the season. All right. Okay, player progression. Okay, general updates. New set of visuals. Yeah, I mean, I don't think I've ever looked at any of these. So cool, you get some progression level badges. All right. Wrecking Ball title rewards are renamed from champion to champ to align with Junker Queen's usage of the title. Okay. Fair enough. Fair enough. Probably need to change the names of some of those things. Okay. Friend endorsements. The endorsements is only eligible if the match is for a set duration. Endorsements are subject to the configured cooldown period of 12 hours. I mean, do they just want people to have higher endorsements? So, I mean, I guess you'd always endorse your friends. or not at all. I feel like in top 500, you rarely endorse anybody. So yeah, you kind of just go next. But in quick play, I swear, every time I load up a quick play match, it's literally endorse. Like you get like 4 of them every single game. In comp, you're lucky if you get 1 in top 500. Everyone's just like, yeah, bro, get me out. Get me out. Go on to the next. Okay, settings, add features for controller, keyboard users. Okay. Crosshair updates, new reticle types have been added. Square, box, line, tribwig, fall off. New reticle dots, ring, square, triangle, cross, heart. Ah, yes, dude. E-Dater duos. They now can have heart reticles. Be like, oh man, look at this. I got this kill for you, man. Okay, let's see. New craftable colors. Brown, dark red, light red. Okay. At least you can't see the other players' crosshairs. In Valorant, honestly, I think they should. When you spectate somebody, they should let you see their crosshair, because in Valorant, that's some of the most funniest things that I've ever seen. I've seen freaking like titty crosshairs, yes, the other part crosshairs where it's like fucking moving. Dude, some people got some wild ass ones that they just make and play with. That shit is comedy, actual comedy. And you're like, bro, how are you playing with that? But yeah, moving on. But they should do that. This is funny as shit. People are serious about their crosses, yeah. That they are. Okay, so now on to the hero updates. Okay, Season 9 changes fundamentals Overwatch 2 gameplay. Affect every hero. So let's see. Most damage dealing projectile size have been increased by a new global modifier added to their base size. Okay. So I can just read this, you know, 0.05 meters, Vicious Pulse pistols, Reaper shotguns, 0.08 for Cass, Soldier, 0.05 meters for power projectiles. Pretty much like all of this. I don't have to read all these exactly, but you guys can get the gist of this. That it's just easier to hit your targets now. The projectile size is not going to hit people. Harder for you to miss. So yeah, that's all that. What that means. Now, when you play the game, if you miss somebody, skill issue. Yep. They made it easier. Major projectiles go faster. Like, no, not faster, but they just made it the projectile bigger for the ones that travel faster and slower. So yeah, just don't miss.
Ace, you got a new subscriber.
Just
here.
don't miss.
We ready for Overwatch 3 next season?
Yo, Mr. Baseman, thanks for the 13 months, man. I appreciate it. Ready for Overwatch 3 next season? Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Okay, so making the game easier for people to hit. And because of this, heroes' combined HP has increased by 15 to 25%. So 150 to 175 HP heroes have their HP increased by 25. 200 to 300 HP heroes have their health increased by 50. 300 plus HP, which is all the tanks, have their health increased by 75 to 100, which is kind of a lot. I think this is a crazy, we said this before, but I think this is a crazy tank buff because yeah, these meters, like having the projectile be bigger means you're going to get hit more. But in top 500, you would have already gotten hit by those people because they don't miss anyways, right? If you're going against like Carpe, Effect, they're just going to be hitting your head 24/7, whether it was negative chance or positive. Like you're going to get hit if you're out in the open. So this doesn't really affect top 500 players so much as the lower tier ones. So having this extra HP, I think, is just a buff for the higher rank players, which is kind of nice. So yeah, I'm looking forward to this. I think tanks got a big buff from that. As long as you play corners and don't take like unnecessary damage in the beginning. So each hero's precise health increases are listed in the patch notes below. Okay. Ultimate charge. All ultimate ability costs is increased by 10%. This is good. I think they could have probably increased this more because if people are going to be getting hit more often and have more HP, they're going to generate more ult. I think ult should only be gotten like 2 times in a match max, not like 7. So to make it more like thoughtful of the how it ability is and then make it more like impactful. So I think this could even get increased to like by 30% and I'd be happy with it, but 10% is a step in the right direction. Regenerative passive for all heroes. All heroes now regenerate 20 health per second after 5 seconds of not taking damage. This is really big for flanker heroes. So Ball, big buff. Tracer, big buff. That means they don't really have to go for health packs. I mean, health packs are still like what you want to go for, but if there's no health pack around or you already used it, then this is really big for those because they can just go out of the fight, go to full, bam, take the fight. So I think, yeah, this is gonna be pretty big for those because 5 seconds is a long time. So you're not really in an actual team fight. You're not going to see this regen, at least for a tank. You're always going to be getting shot by some person. But for supports, especially maybe like Zen, if you get like headshotted or something, you can just like hide for a second. And then I think theirs is 2.5, right? Yeah, so support is reduced to 2.5, so even faster. So supports can just like LOS real quick, get their health back up real fast. But I don't think this is going to change much for like melee brawl tanks because you're always going to be getting hit. But it is still kind of nice if you had like a healer dead in the round, the fight was over, right? You win the fight with maybe a healer dead and 3 people are still alive, you know? So, yeah. We'll have to see how this goes, but, you know, it might be all right. Damage roll passive, reload speed bonus eliminated. Yeah, to be honest, I didn't even know this was in the game. 'Cause I don't play DPS that often, but I still had no idea that they even shot faster. They got an elim or reloaded faster. New roll passive damage dealing reduces enemy healing received by 20% for 2 seconds. So here it is. Here's the 2 seconds. This is massive. This is massive. So this makes it so it's easier to kill people, which I think is good. Overwatch had the problem of team fights taking 5 minutes, nobody ever dying, so everyone just gets healed back up to max. So now I think DPS get like a huge buff, and they're like way more like the focus of their own like in the role, like they're actually like super important now because shooting somebody, having 20% healing, like as long as you like focus fire, like a Winston Tracer dive or something like that, you actually can kill the supports rather than just living by packing each other. Yeah, Sombra. Yeah, Sombra also really strong. Yeah. I think some heroes that have like Junker Queen, huge nerf. Because Junker Queen is all about her bleed proc, giving her health back. So if she has reduced healing, I think Junker Queen's kind of donezo, unless they change her a lot more. Because, yeah, the only way Junker Queen was living now is because, you know, you throw your knife, hit the melee, hit a cleave on somebody, and then bam, that's all that health regen. But if that's reduced by 20%, you're actually dying. Quick melee damage increase from 30 to 40. So this is just because everyone's HP got increased. They want melee to still probably be able to kill people. Okay. So now on to... So that's all like the main overall hero changes for everybody. Now individual roles. Now time for the juice. Here we go. Can we get some Rhine buffs? Winton buffs? Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Let's get those tanks back in the rotation. Tank Diva pilot health increased from 150 to 175. Mech armor increased from 300 to 375. Okay, armor. Diva huge buff. Because okay, HP is one thing, but giving somebody armor is like way better because it's was a 1.5 for whatever armor rather than just a 1-to-1. So having extra 75 is kind of huge. So D.Va got big buff because of that. Self-destruct implosion, maximum damage increase from 900 to 1,000. I mean, I feel like if you died to a D.Va bomb, you're dying anyways. Like, I don't know if this extra 100 really changes much. Okay, so now the inner range, 4 to 6 meters. Okay, so actually this is pretty big for D.Va. So there's gonna be a lot more self-destruct kills. 4 to 6 meters, huge, and then okay, so just a way bigger radius to actually kill people. All right. Doomfist. Not looking forward to Doomfist buffs. Health increase from 300 to 375. Okay, so it's not armor or anything like that. So you get 75 HP. That's it. Let's see. Rocket Punch. Max impact damage increase from 50 to 75. Wall slam damage increase from 30 to 40. So I'm guessing this is just to keep him maybe the same as he is now. Doomfist was already like impossible to kill when he would just rotate cooldowns. So I feel like this is like Doomfist kind of gets pretty big buffed by this. Because it was already like, even when he had his cooldowns, you trying to kill him before he jumped out was already tough. And now he gets an extra 75 health. You probably have no chance of actually killing him when he comes in if played correctly. Let's see, Junker Queen. Okay, so we talked about her needing a bunch of health regen. Let's go see what they changed about her. Health increase from 300 to 375. Okay, so that's staying along the side. Wound damage over time increase from 60 to 90. Okay. So that's pretty huge. 60 to 90 is massive. And I guess that if no DPS, yeah, I'm not a mathematician, so I don't know how that correlates to everything. So if there's no DPS that actually shoot Junker Queen for those 2 seconds, she's getting gigantically buffed for that. Because she's getting like that healed back. But if there's DPS shooting her, then I guess it maybe probably compensates and it evens out. Yeah, I guess. Mauga health increase from 300 to 400, so he gets 100 HP buff, probably because he has that biggest hitbox in the game. This dude is getting chunked no matter where he goes. But no damage or anything like that change. Rissa armor increase from 275 to 350. So again, armor, very big buff for tanks. Ramatra health increase from 200 to 275, so he just gets health increase. Nothing much there. But Ramatra, when he goes into Nemesis form, has armor. So he probably just didn't really need the armor buff, but you know, getting the extra health is nice. Let's go see Reinhardt. All right, does Reinhardt make a comeback in season 9? Because we all know we like the Reinhardts. Health increased from 200 to 250. Armor increased from 250 to 275. Okay, so he gets health and armor. So that's kind of nice for survivability. Rocket Hammer. Damage increased from 85 to 100. Okay, that's pretty huge. Charge wall impact damage increased from 225 to 275. So 50 damage increase. We haven't seen the... I think this is so that he can still one-shot the squishies. So I'm guessing all the DPS probably opposed to what Mei and Torb and Bastion still probably get one-shotted because so he needed to have this charge increase for probably all the HP changes later on. Yeah. Yeah, I think, yeah, so this is probably just the whatever damage number that they needed to hit for the one-shots, but Honestly, him getting to 100 damage per swing is pretty huge. Especially because they haven't really changed anybody else's damage numbers. So he's probably going to be building his shatter a lot faster than most of the other tanks. And so he got a damage buff. So we'll have to see. I don't know if this is enough. This doesn't change the core problem of Reinhardt. The core problem with Ryan is he couldn't get close enough without getting shredded in higher ranks. You pretty much your Lucio sped locked unless you just YOLO pin in, but against a good team you're going to get countered for that. He needs speed boost on fire strike hit. Hey, devs, speed boost on fire strike hit. There you go. Problem solved. Maybe a little OP, who knows, tone it down a little bit, but hey, promotes good gameplay. Good for Ryan. That solves all his problems. That's all you need. That is all you need. But okay. So far, yeah, good Ryan buff. I don't know if it's going to be enough to change anything, but Roadhog, health increased. Oh, dude, Roadhog was already impossible to kill. Now he gets an extra 100 HP. All right, good luck. See you later. Sigma, shield increase from 200 to 275. Okay, shield increase, pretty massive. The shield's regen. So I think this is a pretty big Sigma buff, honestly. Pretty big Sigma buff. Winston, health increase from 200 to 225. Okay, armor increase from 200 to 250. Massive. Massive Winston survivability buff. Tesla cannon damage increased from 60 to 75 per second. Oh, an extra 15 damage. All right, primal punch damage increased from 40 to 50. All right, hey, I'm liking the Winston buffs. Winston buffs. Because they did a update earlier, which made Tesla cannon go through armor. It does the same amount. So having this extra 15 damage is actually kind of massive. So I think Winston is looking pretty strong going into Season 9, which honestly I'm all for. Primal's still probably going to be hard to kill people. So they need to increase that to be able to actually kill people while Primal's going on. 10 damage. Yeah, I mean, that's kind of whatever. You have to go look for environmentals when you're primaling anyways. But this Tesla cannon damage is huge to build ult charge and everything. Wrecking Ball, armor increase from 100 to 175. So big armor increase plus the health regen passive. Wrecking Ball has a lot more survivability because of this. So that's kind of massive. Let's see. Zarya. I mean, they didn't change any damage or anything. So Wrecking Ball has survivability, but not very much like team damage utility, which why isn't played too much in higher elo. Because he just gets countered, and yeah, I don't know. I still think Wrecking Ball probably needs some help to be able to make him useful. What's the DPS passive? When you deal damage to anybody, they have 20% reduced healing for 2 seconds. Is the new DPS passive. Okay, so moving on to Zarya. Health increased from 100 to 175. Okay, so 75 health, pretty massive. Particle cannon. Beam width increased from 0.15 to 0.2 meters. Okay, so this is a big Zarya buff. Making it easier to left-click follow people. So, yeah, that's pretty huge. Pretty big there. Didn't get her shields or anything changed, but, you know, an extra 75 health saves you from all the one-shots. Yeah, honestly, all these health things kind of make Widow, Hanzo, Junkrat one-shot combo with like the mine to grenade kind of useless. Which I'm okay with Junkrat one-shot going away because that's just like not fun. Hanzo, Log one-shots, those are also baloney, not fun to play against. But I think Widow as like a sniper should still keep her one-shot because that just makes sense, right? Every single game, snipers are the hardest to use, hardest to hit with. Like, I still think snipers should, like, Widow should keep their one-shot ability. Otherwise, they're literally kind of useless in a game like Overwatch because you have so much healing. But yeah, I guess we'll see what DPS changes are, and we'll go on from there. So in case they actually change something that we're trying to talk about now. All right. So damage, Ash, health increased from 200 to 250. Okay, so 50 health increase. Bob's damage increased from 14 to 17. Okay, this is probably just to keep up with everyone's HP increases. Bastion health increase from 200 to 250. Okay. Cassidy health increase from 200 to 275. Okay, so Cass, yeah, still gets owned by Rhine Charge. So it's the 275 is the pin threshold here. So if any of their DPS go above 275, then they're surviving, or if they have like their armor stuff, then they live. Deadeye initial damage rate increased from 130 to 150. Okay, damage rate increased from 260 to 300. Honestly, Deadeye needed a buff, especially because it goes based off of their total HP. So if everyone's HP is getting increased, Deadeye was completely nerfed. So they needed to increase this to be able to actually have it be like zoned in faster on them. So I think they might have just done the numbers to make this the same as what it is, or, you know, hopefully maybe gave Cass Deadeye a little buff. But yeah, I could see this is what they needed to make him the same. So Echo, health increase from 200 to 250. These busted DPS make Ryan useless. Yeah, Ryan got the damage increase, but I mean, all these guys are getting the health increase, so you still need, you know, like 3 swings on somebody while they're not getting healed, you know, all that stuff. So it's like, I think Ryan's just the same, I guess, going in. Like, if he gets a pin, they're one-shotted, but you still need the same amount of swings as you do now. So yeah, I mean, that's why he needs that movement speed on Fire Strike hit for like a couple seconds. Let him get in there faster. Keep up with everybody. Yeah, and he takes 20% less heals, yeah. Focusing beam width increased from 0.2 to 0.25. Okay, so Zarya beam got increased. Echo beam got increased. I feel like this was pretty easy to hit with already, so this kind of just makes it, if you're missing with this, that's kind of wild. Duplicate. Maximum combined health value increased from 300 to 350. Okay, so there's making duplicate even the same for max HP. Okay, Genji. Health increased from 200 to 250. Okay, Dragon Blade swing recovery decreased from 0.9 to 0.7. Okay, so he can swing faster, probably to make up for everyone's amount of HP that they have. So hopefully he gets, you know, you can do the 2 swings, kill somebody, dash in. With the DPS passive, I think Genji actually gets like a pretty big buff with this. Because before, right, even in like right now, Genji would be like, bro, I need to swing and hit a support 5 times and they're still surviving. But now with the 20% reduced healing, if he hits them and he has like, you know, 0.2 seconds faster swing time, like now they're going to not have those like instant heals because 20% reduced healing. So I think Genji actually gets like a pretty big buff from that change. I think like a bunch of dive DPS, Genji, Tracer, which are like forced to stay in the fight and, you know, do the damage rather than like a Cass or a soldier from long distance. I think the dive DPS value the most from the 20% reduced healing engage because their whole comps are around killing people fast and staying in the fight. Hanzo, health increase from 200 to 250. Storm Arrow damage increase from 65 to 75. Cooldown reduced from 10 to 8 seconds. Okay, so they increased the damage. Still no one shot though. And they probably reduced this cooldown so you can do more damage faster. So one shot removed. Okay. Health increased from 200 to 250. Okay. Frag launcher projectile size reduced from 0.25 to 0.2. Oh, so Junkrat got a nerf. Yo, let's go. Hey, yeah. Nobody liked getting randomly Junkrat nated anyways. Swing plus dash equals 240 damage with nano. Okay, so he still doesn't one-shot, but he can hit him with 2 back-to-back. Because now with the 20% reduced healing, if he hits somebody and they get break packed or onated, he'll probably end up, since with that 20% reduced healing, be able to kill them rather than them being full health and then living. So the one-shot's removed. Okay, so they're just removing all one-shots in the game and making it so you need to hit them twice. So easier to hit people, but now you need to hit them twice. So I guess that adds like an extra layer of like needing to be somewhat good. You need a 2-shot, not 1-shot. Okay. I mean, I'm okay with it. Sure. Sure, man. May. Health increase from 250 to 300. Okay. So May survives Ryan Pin. Sad days. Farah, health increase from 200 to 50. Okay, so here's the big Farah changes. Will Farah be good? Yeah, this is a lot. Holy moly. This is gigantic Farah changes. But with all the projectiles increased, Farah would kind of get dominated. So yeah. Okay, rocket launcher. Recovery reduced from 0.85 to 0.8. Projectile speed increased from 35 to 40 meters per second. Explosion, self-damage reduced from 50 to 25. So when she's doing rocket jumps, then she just takes less damage. Okay, I'm fine with that. So faster projectile speed and can shoot faster. Okay, so here's new abilities. Jet dash. So we get a Valorant move. New secondary fire ability. So provides a quick horizontal boost in the direction Farah is moving. 8-second cooldown. Added a setting to activate jet dash on double jump instead. Honestly, I think this is pretty good. Farahs are way too easy to shoot out of the sky in higher ranks. So this makes it so Farahs actually have really good survivability. At least you can like a well-timed dash could dodge like a widow shot or something. It makes for some cool plays. But I feel like this also makes it even harder for them to die in lower ranks. So yeah, we'll have fun in the lower ranks with Farah like this. But at least this helps her make her more useful in higher rank play. I think there's probably a lot of cool things you can do with that. Jump jets now restore 50% of hover fuel and can briefly overfill the maximum fuel amount. Vertical boost height reduced by 20%. Cooldown increase from 10 to 14 seconds. Okay, so it's just her like jump up thing. Okay. Yeah, I mean, not really much to talk about with that one. That's just a normal shift up in the air ability. Concussive blast. So far still keeps her boop. Cooldown decrease from 9 to 7 seconds, so use it more often. Explosion damage deals 30 damage to enemy targets. Oh, so now it just does damage. Radius reduced from 8 to 6. Wait, so there's no... Oh, okay, here's the knockback. Knockback. So it actually got a nerf. I don't know. Would you guys consider this a buff or a nerf? Because you use this as a... Either you're using it to fly yourself, right? Blast off to the side, or knock people off the map on like Li Zhang and stuff. So yeah, it does damage, but I mean, 30 damage, knockback reduced. I feel like you might even want the knockback because that's how you're actually going to get the kills rather than dealing 30 damage to somebody. And it's reduced radius, so it's even harder to hit. Like, this is probably a nerf to this ability. Solar effect more often. Should be net positive. Okay. More frequent boop. Yeah, I guess that's true. More frequent boop, but harder to hit the boop. Everyone's got more HP anyways. Oh, that's also true. Also true. 30 damage into what everyone's health is. Yeah. Yeah. Barrage now instantly refuels hover jet fuel. Okay. I mean, I guess this... You're kind of like... When every time you went for Barrage, it was like, hey, Jet Dash. Oh, dude, Jet Dash, freaking Concussive Blast, you're flying in. I mean, I feel like you kind of had max fuel anyways when you did that, but I mean, I think this is just quality of life change. I'm okay with that. Hover jet speed boost increased from 20 to 40%. Okay, that's massive. Okay. Now requires a landing to recharge fuel. Okay, big nerf, but all these abilities are like instantly recover fuel, get 50% and overheal the map. Like, I think this is probably just overall, like, Far definitely got buffed with that. Can now be activated without fuel to slow your descent. Oh, okay. So you can still use it. You can still use it to at least maybe stop yourself from getting domed as like a little like freaking falling duck. But yeah, I mean, I think this sounds cool, right? Like this new dash ability kind of makes it so far it has some like movement left or right and make it harder for DPS to hit her. 8-second cooldown, you know, it definitely can't use it a lot, but at least for those like initial engages, like you can concussive blast in like left side, blast to the right, you know, barrage or something. Like, you know, it sounds cool. You could probably make some cool moves with this. So I'm okay with that. We'll have to see. No more hearing open mic fire players mashing spacebar. Oh, bro, they'll still be mashing it, let me tell you. Now they're gonna be smashing their fucking shift buttons. Trying to fly different sides. Reaper. Health increase from 250 to 300. Wait, so Reaper can't even get one-shotted by Reinhardt's pin. Reaper survives. Well, unlucky. You pin the Reaper thinking you're gonna kill him, he wraiths. Or just shotguns you in the face and probably gets his health back. Okay, well. Sad days. Reaper's like, I'd say one of Ryan's, you know, in lower elo, like bigger counters. So him not being able to just like pin him. You got to like swing, then pin. But yeah. All right, Sojourn, health increase from 200 to 250. Okay, so not that big of a health increase on Sojourn. Railgun, secondary fire, base projectile size reduced from 0.1 to 0.07. Okay, so Sojourn got a nerf. I think this is good. I think Sojourn was the most OP DPS. But from they're increasing everybody else's meters in that other patch. So is it like they didn't get buffed? Or was this just meaning like they got buffed and then now they're lowering it, right? Like, how does that work? Because all the like those other ones are getting like there's like projectiles from all those characters are getting buffed in the previous like for everybody. So they just making this like the same as it is, so it's not a double buff. I don't know. But I think this was a good I think Sojourn needed some nerfs. So I'm okay with that. Soldier 76, house increased from 200 to 250. Okay, so all around the same as the other guys. Sombra, health increase, 200 to 250. Symmetra, shields increase. Okay, shields is a huge one because this is regenerating armor. 50 extra regenerating armor, massive. What's on projectile? Primary fire beam width increase from 0.2 to 0.25. Okay. I mean, let's be real, dude. Symmetra's left click was like the biggest lightsaber known to man. If you were missing with that, then there was something wrong with your mouse or controller, whatever it is. So, yeah, I mean, it's a buff regardless, but I feel like you weren't missing when you had that thing on. Max beam. Torbjorn, health increase from 200 to 50. Okay, so this is pretty... I mean, it's just health, but when you use your E ability, yeah, you're going to some ginormous health pools. If Sojourn gets the global increase, then Railgun is still bigger than before. Okay. So Sojourn still gets buffed from the global increase, but they lowered it to make it not too OP. Okay, that's fair. Some people use higher sense. Yeah, but that like point, right? People use higher sense to whatever's comfortable with them, right? So regardless if they have the lowest sense in the game or the highest sense in the game, like Hawksaw used what, like 20 and like 500. Like, bro, that dude's like, he moved his mouse literally a millimeter, and that's like the same to me doing like a 360, right? So saying that people use like people with higher sense made it harder to like track doesn't make any sense, because you're, in theory, when you're playing an FPS game, you're picking a sense that you feel the most comfortable on, that gives you the best ability to track the player. So everyone has different preferences on like how they like to move their hand, wrist, arm, all that stuff. So like this doesn't really change if like you have a high sense or a low sense, because you're picking a sense that lets you track all the abilities, characters the same, right? Yeah. But okay. So Tracer health increase from 150 to 175. Okay, so Tracer actually only gets a small HP buff, probably because she has the smallest hitbox. With the projectile size increase, honestly, I think this kind of Tracer probably got like the biggest nerf, maybe. Because 25 isn't that much, and projectiles are now bigger, so it's easier to hit Tracers. So I could see this overall thing being a Tracer nerf. Like the skinny characters that were hard to hit before got like the biggest nerfs in the game. Like Baby Divas, they gave her the HP, but if you're being able to hit those shots, you'd be able to 2-tap her anyways, right? Yeah, Tracer projectiles are getting bigger, but like the overall, like her survivability is what I'm talking about. Yeah, her damage is good, but the reason why like Tracer and Baby Diva were like so hard to kill is because their hitboxes were so tiny and they could just like dodge everything. But now that they're making everybody's projectiles bigger, like, yeah, you get extra 25 health, but everyone's doing like, 75 plus, that I think they're going to be getting hit more often, which makes them going to be dying a lot easier, even if they have like 25 health. Tracer always got a hard life. Yeah, true. But okay. Widowmaker health increase from 175 to 200. So Widowmaker gets 25 HP buff, but no damage in buff. Okay, so overall, for snipers, there's no one-shots. One-shots are now gone in the game. You need a 2-tap, people. So I think this overall for Season 9, the biggest nerfs coming out for DPS are definitely these snipers. Widow can still one-shot? Yeah, wait, what, Tracer? Wait, Widow can still one-shot? Just 300? Oh, I thought it was like 2 something. Ah, okay. I thought it was like 275 or something with full charge. Okay. Okay, so Widow still one shot. All right, fair enough. Sub digital. Fair enough then. That's not too bad then. That's not too bad then. But Junkrat one-shots. Junkrat one-shots are gone, right? No more concussive mine into nade and you're done when you turn a corner as a DPS. That's gone. Those dumb abilities are gone. What about Hanzo? Hanzo log? Does that do 300? That one's not 300, right? Okay. Honestly, okay, that's fine. That's honestly what I said in the beginning. I wanted Widow to keep a one-shot, but Hanzo and Junkrat can eat sand. Okay, good. That's W then. That is W. Nice job, Blizzard. Nice job on the DPS changes then. I approve. I approve of those, honestly. That's honestly a good step in the right direction. Okay. So now support. Let's go see what happens to the support player base. Ana, health increased from 200 to 250. Okay, so 50 health increase. Bap, health increase, 200 to 250. Brig increased from 150 to 200. Rocket flail, damage increased. Okay, so this is probably just a combat. What, like if a tracer or like a Genji comes in, so you can still do like the combos on them to keep them at bay. But yeah, honestly, I think the support's needed. If everyone else is getting health, they need health too with the projectile increases. It's not too much either, it seemed like. Yeah, and global melee is 40 instead of 30. Yeah. Okay, yeah, that's fair. Okay. Let's go see if anything else really changes. Alari, health increased from 200 to 250, so everyone's just getting 50 health. Curie, health increased from 200 to 250. Okay. So honestly, Curie got a bigger buff than like what Tracer did. Oh, wait, never mind. Just kidding. Her kunai base projectile size reduced from 0.18 to 0.15 meters. Okay, well, honestly, Curie had the highest damage output ever, and dude was just doing people across the map. Let's be real. Curie was just a DPS character hidden as a support assassin or something. I think this is fine. I think this is a decent Curie nerf. Curie needs more nerfs. Yeah, I mean, they're keeping the damage the same, so I guess they still want Curie to be able to do that. It's just harder to hit. Same with Sojourn. Yeah. I think that's kind of fine. Still buffing the size despite this. Yeah, see, like when they say this projectile size reduced, it's like I don't know how that factors in with the overall all projectiles and everything getting increased, right? So it's probably still going to be easier to hit, right? Next season, it's just not going to be as easy, I guess, when they're doing this. Probably because it does so much damage. Lifeweaver health increase from 175 to 225. Okay. Yeah, Lifeweaver's already kind of hard to kill, but with everybody like getting extra projectiles, it's like, yeah, they have this extra health, but they're gonna getting shot easier. So, I mean, we'll all just have to like wait and see how like it actually plays out. Lucio. Health increase from 200 to 250. Okay, Soundwave damage increase from 25 to 35. Okay, I'm okay with that. Knockback increase by 12%. This is massive. This is massive. Curie does 113 damage with crits, so she needs 3 crits now instead of 2. Okay, so that's a big Curie nerf. But I'm okay with that. Actually, no, I want people to die faster in Overwatch. That's what I've been wanting all the time. I guess I'd make her maybe too OP if everyone else is like not being able to do that. Movement lockout duration increased from 0.3 to 0.45. Okay, so Lucio just got overall boop buff, which honestly I'm okay with. It's going to be sad as a tank because I'm going to be getting booped by Frogger into the pit more often and giving him his montage clips. But on the plus side, at least I'll be in his montages. So, I mean, hey, Frogger, come at me, man. Boot me off the map all you want. Get me in those. But I think this is fine. I think Lucio being able to boot people into the pit is like funny to watch and makes it so people have to like think about their positioning. So, yeah. Mercy health increase from 200 to 250. Oh, Mercy got a lot of things. Guardian Angel active duration on jump, crouch, cancel reduced from 1.5 to 1 second. Okay, so wait, this is that little like her going up and down like a dolphin. That one. Is that what this is? So instead of being 1.5, now it's 1 second, and before it was like 0 seconds. Sympathetic recovery. Health recovery increased from 25 to 40% healing dealt. Bro, this is massive. Bro, 40% healing on a DPS. I mean, you kind of like have to, yeah. Wow. So now it's kind of like the question: do you just want to kill the DPS first instead of trying to go for Mercy, right? If you're trying to kill a Mercy pocketed Ashe and she like dynamites or is just like shooting you, Mercy's getting 40% of that instead of 25. Like, bro, she's max in health. Guardian Angel is the dash target. Okay, so not the fly up in the air. You haven't finished super jump. Oh, okay. Interesting. So it's actually really big Mercy buffs. That's crazy Mercy buffs. Ah, all right. I wonder if they gave Mercy these big buffs though, because with the DPS passive, they know that like Mercy is probably going to be getting shot a lot, right? Like in a lot of the comps, it's like, hey man, they have a Mercy. Let's dive Mercy first because she has the pocket and the res, right? So Mercy needs like help to survive. So I wonder if that's like what their idea was. But yeah, this is actually this. I think this is a really big Mercy buff. So we'll have to see how that plays out in DPS comps. But Mercy pocketed Soj, Mercy pocketed Ashe, kind of massive. Yeah. Yeah. Moira kind of balance out on DPS passive though. Well, no. Wait, okay, so if the DPS shoots somebody and now they have 20% reduced healing, but it's damage, like, is it the damage dealt? Yeah, I don't know. I guess, yeah, so if they get shot. So if they get shot, then this just, they doubled it to keep up with the rate of the DPS passive? Okay. Okay. I guess, yeah, that kind of, they needed to do that, but okay, that's fair. Fair enough. Fair enough, then. That makes sense. It's checking out. Means Mercy heals 40% of what she heals others. Yeah. So that if they're getting 20% reduced healing from their DPS passive now, so they're getting, yeah, so maybe this, yeah, it's probably still a Mercy buff, but if they're healing the Ashe that's getting shot by a Tracer, that's getting now 20% reduced healing, right? It's just probably like mathematicians, you know, whatever, man. Okay. All right, whatever. Yeah, we'll just call it still overall Mercy buff. And move on. Moira, health increased from 200 to 50. Yo, honestly, screw the Moiras. Send them to the gulag, dude. Get them out of here. Biotic grasp. Secondary fire damage increased from 50 to 65 per second. Okay, this is massive. Secondary fire target acquisition radius increased from 0.6 to 0.7 meters. Okay, I feel like you still were never missing a right click on Moira, but now you can just suck people off harder. And hey, man, you have fun with that one. Still would prefer any other healer over a Moira when I'm playing tank, though. Literally anyone. For utility-wise. But I can see why people play Moira in lower elos because nobody's helping them or doing anything. And you don't do team play anyways. But in an actual team play wise one, not very ideal. What's the... Oh, yeah, Mythic skin buff. Yeah, they honestly needed to probably buff Moira because they're giving her a Mythic skin. Oh, yeah. That's probably why. Get them all. Okay, so Zenyatta. Health increased from 75 to 100. Okay, 25 health. And shields increased from 150 to 175. Okay, so massive Zenyatta buff. This is huge. Zen was already hard to kill. And they gave him health and shields. All right. All right. Yeah. So honestly, I think Moira got a really big buff for this damage. Like, that's actually kind of crazy. One of the few, I think the only support that actually got a damage increase. And the right click easier so you don't miss with health. And then Zenyatta shields. Yeah, so I think those are pretty massive. I think Mercy probably overall got the best. The biggest buff for supports. Yeah, Mercy, Lucio, Moira, Zen. All the other ones were just base health. Very interesting. Yeah. Yeah, those ones, those last couple ones were the big boy support changes. So we'll have to see how those play off. Okay. So now all the healer ones are done. Map updates. Okay. I saw what they posted on Twitter, and they were like, hey man, Junkertown, yo, Widowmakers and Pharah players, very oppressive. When was the last time you saw a freaking Pharah on Junkertown? I mean, dude, never. I don't think I've ever saw Pharah on Junkertown to be like, damn man, I really am being oppressed by this Pharah player. Like, Widowmakers, sure. You pick Pharah on Junkertown, you're asking to get domed out of the sky because it's the longest sightlines in the game. Like, what? Who told him that? What like playtester or person went to the devs and be like, hey bro, dude, this Pharah really a problem? Like, no one. I think I've ever seen a Pharah player on Junkertown. But yeah, I mean, Widowmaker's definitely oppressive on Junkertown for sure. Junkertown, Havana, and kind of on Rialto first, depending. But Rialto first, at least there's places you can hide. So the Widows have to be good and like put themselves in a bad spot sometimes to take shots. But I think Havana third, first and third, and Junkertown were like Widow havens. Same with Circuit Royale on second. That one's pretty crazy. But yeah, at least they took that into account, and I saw them put like a new couple. Like, I saw the picture. They don't have the picture on here, sadly. But yeah, they like on first they put that little like water tower to block the Widow spot that's right the Junkertown sign on first. Yeah, I think that's good. Yeah, water tower to block upper choke point positions. Yeah, because Widows would just play up there, and then there's very rare you could ever kill them. So overall, I think this is good. Junkertown, update. Of course, we'll have to play it and find out, and the sports will have to know those new spots. Yeah. Probably don't have to. We'll just have to play the map. This, vertical beam second point. Like, there's no way we're going to be able to visualize that, right? Unless we see it. But overall, survivability, Junkertown updates, very nice. W. Because those were really hard for people to play. For the supports, at least. And for the good Widow players, you're still going to have those opportunities to kill the supports, when they go from like one spot to one spot. So a good Widow player is still going to get value. It's just harder for them. So I think that's okay. Fix an issue. Okay, where bug fixes. Yeah. I don't really know. We really have to go over the bug fixes, that's kind of, you know, those aren't that crazy. Everyone's just get some stuff. Oh, wait, Winton. Wait, hold, I want to read the Winton one. Fixed bug with Primal Rage that interrupted the ability to attack if Primal Ultimate was initiated while jumping and using melee at the same time. This actually pissed me the heck off. This happens to me all the time. Because when I'm jumping in, I jump into the melee combo, then I primal, and then I'm sitting there like, you literally go like this. You fucking rage out. You're like, hey, man, yeah. And you just sit there like an idiot for like a second. Like, bro, what are you doing? Like, I'm clicking my button. Okay. So honestly, Winton get buffed, and they buffed this. So I am glad. This was pissing me off recently. So thank you. Thank you, devs. That's a great bug fix. These other ones, though, I mean, if you guys like one of these, then, yeah, you can look at all those bug fixes for the characters that you liked. But, yeah, overall, Season 9, I think these are very good changes. Overwatch in the right direction. Most of the dumb one-shots are gone. Hero abilities, stuff like that, getting changed. Defense passive W. But yeah, you guys let me know if you think Overwatch will be saved with Season 9. And see you guys in the champion rank. Till next video. Peace. Thanks for being here. Bye-bye. Like, comment, subscribe.